Hello witches, welcome back to the channel. My name is Luca, and today in The Sims 4 we are building yet another tiny home. So Bob Pancakes, he maybe separated from Eliza Pancakes. He decided that they were going to Splitsville, and the two of them, they're just done. They're over. He's done living the suburban lifestyle. He's done forcing a marriage that doesn't work. So he wants to move into a new tiny home. And of course, right now we are building a new crest, but we are going to be moving this home to Windenburg. I thought he would enjoy Windenburg a lot better because it's a lot more secluded. It's a lot more natural. And plus, he just wants some more space to grow like his own vegetables. He just wants something that isn't so typical suburbia. And I also kind of imagine that maybe he works at a restaurant in Windenburg, and so he like takes the ferry over every morning or something. Who knows? But yeah, I really, really loved this house. It's just a simple 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, and it is meant to be for Bob, but it also does have toddler amenities so that Iggy can live here as well if that's what happens. Maybe it's like a custody thing, a split custody where, Iggy lives here a little bit and then he lives with Eliza a little bit. Who knows? But yeah, maybe that's what I'll do in my EA house renovation for the Pancakes house is, since I've already renovated the home for them together, maybe this next version that I do of the Pancakes home. Wow, why does that sound weird? But no, maybe this next version will be of just Eliza's house. Maybe she's realized, the marriage wasn't for her either. Maybe she needs to, just shift her goals into making more money and being more successful and having a flashier home. And maybe her home becomes this like ultimate kind of suburban home. Like it's perfect. Like it's pristine. It's like, it's Imagine Wisteria Lane and Desperate Housewives. It's like that level of like perfection. You know what I mean? But at least, she hasn't done, like heinous crimes and, covered it up. Who knows? But, or maybe she has. Maybe Eliza's a secret agent. Ooh, what if that's what's going on the whole time? Maybe that's what happens. Maybe Bob and Eliza just, obviously they were going downhill anyway, but maybe Eliza was a secret agent and she wasn't letting Bob in on it and she was being a little bit suspicious. Maybe she wasn't a secret agent. Maybe she was a criminal. Who knows? Ooh, there is so many storylines I could go with. I realized with building in The Sims, you can tell stories with them just as much as like making The Sims and, playing The Sims, there's a lot of storytelling that you can do in just the home itself. And that's kind of what I tried to do here. I tried to kind of think how Bob Pancakes would think in a way. Like I would try to kind of just think about his aesthetic, his vibe, but also like his experiences too. Like, oh, what would he really want? He would want a house that has a lot of color and a lot of different, mismatchy elements, because that's all he experienced in suburbia was everything matching and everything had to be perfect. And so in this home, you've got the bright colors on the outside, which I do kind of go back and forth with a little bit here and there, as well as all the windows are mismatched. Like not a single window matches, which I kind of love. I don't know why. It just kind of worked out so well for me here. And plus there's this open, like sliding, is it a sliding? It's not a sliding door. It's like a foldable door, a bifold door, whatever you want to call it. It came with the Desert Oasis kit pack. Is that what it's called? Desert Luxe kit? Desert Luxe? It's Desert Luxe, yeah, Desert Luxe kit, and it just opened up the bedroom so much more. I did also build him a little like patio out here with like a grill, just like a little place to hang out, and there is also some planter pots as well there too, because hey, he wants to grow some vegetables. I can see him growing some fresh vegetables, and maybe he goes out there and he'll pick a few, and that's what he makes for dinner. I just see Bob wanting a much more simple, straightforward life like that than just something so complicated like suburbia. Suburbia really is complicated. Even though it doesn't look like it, it really can be. And I feel like Bob is like not here for it. And I think in my head, that's what would happen with him and Eliza. Would just be they would go totally opposite paths, but not go down the suburban path at all. Like I can see it now. I really liked this dark green here. That's what I winded up going with. I thought that it was a lot more muted, a lot more neutral. It just fit with the environment a lot better. That's something I will say is if you're having trouble picking out colors for the home that you're building, just look at the surrounding environment. Get inspiration from there, and usually that works out just the best because sometimes you'll be struggling trying to find the right color, and then if you just aren't getting it right, it's probably because the colors surrounding and the environment around the build are not going with it. They're clashing, and that's why they don't feel right. So this dark green, all these browns, the light beige, like just here and there, it works because it's very natural. It's very earthy, but the style doesn't really suit this area, but it works because the colors make it work. So yeah, I don't know. I really liked that. And of course, I'm going in with my now very typical like landscaping style. I've been kind of just doing this style for a while now, and I really like it. I don't know what it is. It's these really big round bushes with just these little lavender bushes. I think it's mainly because I've been doing these EA house renovations using just limited packs or even just the base game. And so I'm forced to use base game landscaping like primarily, and they've been really nice to use. And yeah, it just looks really good. It just feels very full and lush without really having to try too hard. I gave Bob a vertical planter, an easel, a little bug box. I thought he would love that. I think that would be something him and Iggy would be like super into, would be keeping a bug box, because of course Eliza would be like, absolutely not. That would be disgusting in the house. So, Bob never did it, but he did it when he moved, and he's just so happy about it, I think. I'm actually thinking about putting this in my save file. Maybe. I would need to kind of do some more work on it, I think, like landscaping wise, but I think I would love to put this in my save file because I want to have all new Sims in my save file, but I do think that putting in some Sims from the original cast, I don't know why I said it like that, but that's just what made sense in my head. But just the original cast of Sims in The Sims 4, some of them are great, not necessarily like the Goths or like the Calientes, but more like the Pancakes, who are like OG people for The Sims 4. They weren't in previous versions whatsoever. I do believe they're supposed to kind of be sort of spiritual successors, if that's a good word to say. I don't remember how to put it. But they're supposed to kind of be references possibly to Bob and Betty Newbie, maybe. But I always got the vibes that Bob and Betty were very happy with each other. They loved their house. They loved their vibes. He was a little, Bob was a little sloppy. Betty was a little bit sporty, but like the two of them got along. I don't know. That's just me though. And I did do a nice little backyard space as well. I put some more vertical planters out here just so that, maybe Bob could come out here and just work on his garden while Iggy plays. And I found this really cute, what is it called, swing set from the Little Campers kit. And I was actually showing my boyfriend, and he wasn't at all interested. He does not understand The Sims 4 for me. He doesn't get it. I'm too obsessed with this game. But yeah, I just did some really fun, like, kid-oriented objects, a little slide, a little, pool, to play in on the hot months, just a little bucket for water balloons, just all sorts of little fun things, just to add to the backyard here. And I really, really loved it. I love the vibes. I love this area regardless. This is the Crumbling Isle in Windenburg. I always call it the Island of Windenburg just because I always forget the name, but I remembered it this time. But I just love this area so much. It's so much fun to play in. And I start with the upstairs just because I feel like whenever I'm trying to build something specifically for a sim, I like to start in the bedroom because I feel like it has a little bit more personality than like a kitchen does, at least for me. And so I started up here by getting some stuff out for Iggy, as well as I did put a bed in for Bob, of course. But I wanted to make it really calming up here, very natural. I didn't want it to be super bright, super chaotic. I know that a lot of like toddler and kid rooms are very bright and colorful, but I honestly think Bob would just be like overwhelmed by all that. So he would just keep it really simple up here. He put lots of plants. He's very into nature. As you can see, I did the that cardboard dollhouse from Eco Lifestyle because it's so freaking cute. It's so fun. And I use that new lamp from the Infants update. That one, oh my God, it's so cute. I love the little fox. It's so adorable. I'm just saying, the Infants update, yeah, I haven't really played with Infants at all because I'm not really a player, like a family player, unfortunately. A side note, I am currently playing a Legacy Challenge, and I can't seem to get past the first generation because I'm too in love with the 3 Sims that I'm playing with, the 3 Sims being a throuple. More on that later. Maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, I really just love the objects that we did get with the Infants update. Like the new bed there, there's obviously new infant stuff, but there's like new toddler stuff too, and honestly really nice. I'm really glad we got that stuff. I'm of course using the Dream Home Decorator bed here that just fit perfectly in here with the colors and the vibes. And, he has enough space up here. Bob doesn't really care, He's probably outside more than he is up here, of course. So, yeah, it's just a nice little space. I did put a big TV up here as well as, just a nice little chair lounger kind of thing out on the balcony, honey. That's what it's called. And yeah, I thought that was kind of cute. I also used that industrial loft kit window, the one we actually got with the kit, not the base game one, but this one. I actually really like this window. It's really pretty, and honestly, I'm just going to talk about it. I know I've mentioned it a lot in the past few videos, possibly, but that window. Let me tell you, that window they added in the base game that was in the promotional imagery, people got so mad about. Y'all, why? Because this one's better, okay? This one's so much cuter. It's got texture. It's got character. It's got cool swatches. It just fits better with the vibe of the pack. Why get mad over a window? Anyways, continue. I used this stuffed werewolf Bigfoot toy thing there. It's like the big bears, but it's that. It's from the werewolves pack, and I thought that really tied it all in together really well. I also threw in a few pops of this really bright Kelly green, and they looked really nice. It just looked good there with all the muted tones. It was like a nice little pop of color, and it helped brighten up the space for Iggy as well. Yeah, just simple, natural, earthy, just calming. At least for someone like me, this is like vibes. This is vibes for me. I really like these kinds of colors together. It's just very comfortable feeling. It feels very cozy, but at the same time it feels like when you step in, it's very cool and refreshing, if that makes sense. The bathroom is a bathroom. It's pretty simple. Bathrooms are always simple, straightforward, and easy, as they should be. And I did like the colors that I went with in here, though. I tried to kind of experiment a little bit because, you don't want to build the same bathrooms every single time in The Sims because you'll get really bored of them and then you'll just don't want to do them. So I went with a different color scheme in here that I have not used before, and I really like it. I like the blue and the kind of... It's like a dark neutral brown-ish, beige-ish gray. It's like a warm gray. There we go. I'll say it's a very warm gray. But I kept it very clean and simple and modern in here, just because, why make a stuffy, traditional, boring bathroom in a tiny home like this, So I do love the colors. Is it very kid-friendly? Maybe not, but I don't think that it needs to be, because I feel like Bob is here mostly by himself most of the time. I can see maybe Eliza being like, no, Iggy can't be living with you all the time because you don't have a suitable home, it's dangerous. But I can low-key see Iggy growing up to be maybe a kid or a preteen and wanting to move in with Bob permanently and just be like, I want away from her, she's driving me crazy. Oh, I can see Iggy being a little bit rebellious. Oh, I can see it. Maybe this is just me projecting, because that's how I was when I was a teenager. But I can just see him being really rebellious with Eliza and just wanting to be with his dad. That's not how I was. I just to make that clear, I was very much so attached to my mother. But I can just see him being lashing out a little bit, maybe. I don't know, maybe Eliza's kind of, not to get into it really deeply and darkly, but maybe she's a little bit controlling as a mom. Like maybe she really just wants, the best for him, but her best, not his best. So I can see that happening. Maybe there's nothing like villainous going on, but maybe she's just like, her like intensity like gets even more intense, if that makes sense, once her and Bob split up, because she's got to put more energy into being a mom. I love this flooring from Dine Out. It's this really pretty marble tiled flooring, and I did this really fun pattern with it, and oh my goodness, I love it. I love the warm gray and that brown. I also love the blue swatch. Just really good swatches on that stuff. The kitchen is pretty like the same, kind of color scheme as the rest of the house. It's pretty neutral. I went with a lot of just brown accents everywhere. But this table is from the movie Hangout Stuff Pack, RIP Stuff Packs. I love this table. I love it so much. This is my favorite swatch probably because it's just a nice, dark wood tone. But I love the texture on it. I love that there's a little, what is it called? It's not a tablecloth. It's like I don't know what it's called. It's gone. I know it. It's like right on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember what it's called. I did a bright orange stove in the kitchen as well. I really liked that. I really, really liked that. I thought that was a really nice contrast against all these like neutral kind of greens, browns, all that stuff. It was a nice like pop of color. And I used the Jungle Adventure cabinets too, because they are honestly one of the goats in The Sims 4. They are incredible. I love these counters. I wish we had more like these. They look so nice. The swatches are really good. I would like some more swatches. I just want more of everything, let's be honest. It's coming together pretty nicely though. I think this home is kind of one of my new favorite homes that I've built recently. I'm going to be honest, I've been kind of struggling creatively, not necessarily in making content. I've been kind of keeping it consistent and keeping it going, but things have just been a little difficult, I'm gonna be honest, just because I've got a lot of worry on my mind, because adulting it's so fun paying bills. It's so fun. I love capitalism, but no, it's been something dealing with all that and new things and such. I don't know why I paused so much here, but we're just going to ignore it because watch time. I'm kidding. I just forgot. But I kind of struggled trying to figure out what kind of couch I wanted to be in this space, because a regular size couch was too big. But I was like, is a love seat enough? And I just couldn't really figure it out. But then I do figure out, I find the one from the Nifty Knitting Pack, and I thought, you know what? This looks quite nice. It's not the exact same shade of green, so it's not super matchy, but it does have like a brown little pillow there. Brown little pillow, little brown bag. I remember seeing that in Friends. What was that for? Anyways, but no, just that little pillow there was a nice little, contrasting bit of color there. And I used the Tiny Living TV set and a nice rug from, I think, the Desert Luxe kit. Yeah, I really like the living room. It's full of life, full of color, but it's relaxing, it's calm, it's simple. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's build, honestly. I just kind of go around and just add some more decor. I wanted to add a desk underneath this staircase, but I didn't think of it before, and it wasn't going to fit. So I decided to just put some toy chests under the stairs for Iggy, and maybe Bob just has a laptop, or maybe he doesn't even have a computer. Maybe he just uses his smartphone. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's not a computer person. I can see him being that. Like maybe he just likes to watch TV when he gets home, and that's it. I don't know. He's a simple kind of guy, and I think that's what he needs. It's what he needs. It's what he wants. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Do let me know in the comments down below what you think, and do let me know any suggestions that you have for future builds, whether it's house renovations, EA homes, my homes, whatever. or just more ideas for tiny homes like this, other townies you would like for me to build for. Yeah, just let me know in the comments. And if you got to this part of the video, how about you comment Bob Pancakes, or just pancakes? Yeah, pancakes. Yeah, that is pretty much everything. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will speak to you all in the next video. Goodbye, witches.